Allow these words to land, not as commands, but as keys. Keys that fit the lock that you've been carrying, waiting for the right turn to open doors you forgot were there. Let's start with a simple, fun thing you already know how to do. You know how to breathe. You've been doing it since the moment you were born. And you know that feeling when you've been running or stressed and you finally just stop. And you take that one deep, slow breath. That one that seems to reset everything. The one where your shoulders drop and your jaw unclenches. And for a single perfect moment, the noise in your head just stops. That is the gateway. That space, that quiet moment at the bottom of the exhale, before the next inhale even thinks of beginning. That is the void. That's the mother's workshop. It's not empty. It's full of potential. And you visit it hundreds of times a day without even realizing you're tapping into the source code of creation. So, you're already a goddamn creative genius without even trying. Think about the last time you had a brilliant idea in the shower, or while driving on a long, boring highway, or just as you were drifting off to sleep. Where did it come from? Not from your to-do list, not from your 5-year plan. It bubbled up from the stillness, from the void you created when you stopped trying. That's her. That's the mother of creation energy, already wired into your operating system. Your soul's built-in, self-perpetuating engine. You call it inspiration or a random thought. Science might call it the default mode network, the brain's creative background process. I call it you remembering who the fuck you are. You're a note in a cosmic orchestra, and you've been practicing your part in a million different lives, 1,000 different ways. You've been the quiet note, the sad note, the joyful note, the angry note. You've been chopped up into a billion pieces to learn your own song more deeply. And now, the conductor has tapped the stand. The music is shifting. The last few thousand years, that was the great inhale. Humanity stretching out, expanding, exploring separation. Who am I? We asked. I'm this, I'm that. I'm different from you. It was necessary. It was the divine masculine journey outward. But now, feel it. The air is getting thin out here at the edge. The stretching is done. We're now, right now, in the great turn. The beginning of the exhale. And the exhale is the mother's domain. It's the journey of coming back home to yourself. This is where most people get stuck. They're trying to use the old maps for a new world. They're trying to inhale when the universe is asking them to exhale. The new way is the power of the void. So why does it scare the shit out of your ego? The old conditioned you says, have a plan. A 5-step strategy. Leap from one secure job to the next. Never ever be seen as uncertain. It's like trying to create a new, unique masterpiece, but only ever using paint by numbers. It's safe, it's predictable, and it's fucking boring. It's creating from the past. The mother's way, the way of the exhale, is different. It's brave. It requires a divine trust. If you want to create something that's never existed before, a new career, a new relationship dynamic, a new reality for yourself, you must first create a vacuum, a void. You must be willing to walk away from the known, to quit the soul-crushing job without the next one lined up, to end the draining relationship without a new partner waiting in the wings, to sit in the terrifying, glorious, silent space of, I don't know. And in that void, magic happens. Because when you stop frantically grasping for the next rung on the ladder, Your hands are finally free to receive the blueprint from the starship that's been waiting for you. Your ego will scream that it's irresponsible. It'll show you horror movies of bankruptcy and loneliness. It's afraid of the void because the void is where the ego's control ends and your soul's power begins. The ramifications. Let's get clinical for a second. Future 1. The path of resistance. You cling to the old inhale. You keep trying to control, to force, to plan your way into a new reality using outdated tools. The result? You're a swimmer trying to move forward by pushing against the current. You exhaust yourself. You experience chronic frustration, a deeper sense of meaningless, and a feeling of being eternally stuck. Your body will manifest this as stress, inflammation, and fatigue. You're a note fighting the symphony, and it's fucking exhausting. Future 2, the path of the exhale. You embrace the turn. You learn to lean back into the mother's trust. You practice the art of the void. The result? Serendipity becomes your new normal. Lucky breaks find you. Ideas flow. You discover talents you didn't know you had. Life feels lighter, more fluid, more like a dance than a battle. You begin to congeal, to pull all the scattered, fractured pieces of your soul back into a powerful, coherent whole being. You become unshakable because you are rooted in your own truth. You don't just have hope, you are hope. And people feel it when you walk into a room. So now, as you hear these words, you can feel a shift already happening, can't you? A quiet knowing in your chest. That spark in the heart space, beginning to glow a little brighter. That's the hope she talked about. It's not a weak wish. It's a fundamental frequency of your soul, and it's booting up. Your unconscious mind, the part that runs your heartbeat and your creativity, is far smarter than your fearful, planning ego. It already knows how to do this. It's been waiting for your permission. So on your next breath, just allow it. As you exhale, just for a moment. Let go of the need to know what comes next. Let go of the need to control the outcome. For that 1 second, be a void, be still, be potential. And notice what happens. A quiet thought, a new feeling, a simple knowing begins to bubble up from that silence. It doesn't shout, it whispers. It's the next note in your song. This isn't something you have to force. It's something you simply allow. And the more you practice this allowing, this exhale into the creative void, the more natural it becomes. It becomes your new default, your new normal. The old world of struggle was just a rehearsal. The curtain is now rising on the real performance, and your soul already knows the music. All you have to do is take a deep breath and sing. The upgrade is live. Welcome home.